This game features the #1 seed, Northwest Nazarene University Nighthawks, and #3 seed, St. Martin's University Saints. Home team for this game will be St. Martin's, even though they're in the first base dugout. That was determined via coin flip. Since both teams have been introduced already today, we're going to get right into the starting lineups for both teams. So let's meet those student athletes. First, the starting 9 for NNU, as announced by head coach Rich Wagner, assistant coaches Hallie Swanson, Brittany Genuardi, and Riley Thomas. Batting lead up at second base, #14, Emma Mulligan. At shortstop, batting second, #4, Clarissa Moreno. Pitching and batting third, #24, Sydney Booth. At third base, batting lead up, #3, Abigail Canyon. Batting fifth at first base, #12, Emma Bumate. Batting sixth in left field, #13, KK Bell. Batting seventh, the designated player, #19, Emily Hernandez. In right field, batting eighth, #20, Jamie Obringer. And batting ninth in center field, #9, Ava Clark. In the flex position, catching #21, Kelsey Adams. Those are your NNU Nighthawks. And now let's meet the starting lineup for St. Martin's University Saints, as announced by head coach Jim Peterson, assistant coaches Aaron Knudsen, Adrian Manuel, and Matt Lowe's. Batting leadoff in left field, #23, Ashley Goodale. At third base, batting second, #26, Heather Ebner. Batting third at first base, #10, Brittany Patrick. Batting cleanup in right field, #15, Shelby Lawson. The designated player, batting fifth, #19, Olivia Matlock. Batting sixth at second base, #7, Vanessa Smokes. Catching and batting seventh, #4, Kikai Schultz. At shortstop, batting eighth, #5, Destiny Connolly. And at center field, batting ninth, #27, Mia Zachary. Starting pitcher for the Saints, left-hander, #2, Tia Ridding. Fans, those are your St. Martin's University Saints. And since we played the national anthem prior to the first game today, we're going to get right into playing ball here at Viking Field. The umpire crew for this game, Jake Gomeza behind home plate, Alan Moore at first base, and Tom Heaton at third base. Let's play ball.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Viking Field one final time on this Friday. Game 5 in the GNAC Softball Championships. Sean Wally rejoined by Zen Hill, and it is the final of our loser out games on this Friday. Northwest Nazarene, the pseudo visitors, even though they are the top seed, the coin flip went the way of St. Martin's, and they are in the white jerseys out in the field as we look to get this one started.
Yeah, it should be a good matchup between these two teams. Northwest Nazarene, obviously the heavy favorite coming into this one, but winner will go on to play Western Washington tomorrow. NNU had a break. SMU gets to kind of stay in rhythm, you could maybe say, returning now to the field after just picking up the victory over Central Washington, and a 4-1 victory for them as well. We're going to get to see Tia Ridings for St. Martin's, which should be a good matchup from her. The left-handed pitcher brings a different eye look to the batters, and then Sydney Booth taking the circle for Northwest Nazarene.
Emma Mulligan to lead things off for the Nighthawks, coached by Rich Wagner in his 12th season at NNU. We are underway in this loser-out game. Ball 1 to Mulligan.
Emma Mulligan against Western Washington this morning went 2 for 4 with a strikeout. 2 base hits. They were singles for her.
Now one fouled away, 1-1, the count even.
Looking at Tia Ridings in the circle for SMU, a freshman pitcher with a 3.60 ERA, 4-8 record. This is her 25th start of the year.
Ridings 1-1. Fouled back to the net. 1-2.
I definitely read the scorecard wrong for Tia Ridings. Not a freshman, she's in her junior season. Excuse me on that one. Misguided by the box score.
That ball fouled away. 1-2 the count. NNU 5-2 on the season against St. Martin's. Of course, this is the most important game these two teams have played up to this point, as one will move on to the championship round tomorrow, scheduled for noon. Western Washington awaits the winner of this one.
And for St. Martin's, definitely benefited from Chloe Leverington having a stellar first start of the season in the game right before this. Now Tia Ridings can be backed up by Bridget Johnson or Amanda Peterson. Ridings, though, does have 2 complete games under her belt this season.
Amanda Peterson is already warming in the bullpen. So Jim Peterson might not waste any time bringing Peterson in if any trouble ensues. Fly ball to right field. Mulligan is out number 1. That handled by Shelby Lawson out there on the turf in right. 1 down.
A little bit more on Ridings. This is her senior season, and it's the first full year where she did not get 100-plus strikeouts. She only had 31, and the lefty throughout her career has been a strikeout pitcher. In 2023, struck out 105 batters. In 2022, struck out 103, but a down year from the lefty.
Moreno, the shortstop, batting second in the order, looks at 1 ball. Ridings, a long look in. The 1-0. Outside, 2-0.
So far in the tournament for Clarissa Moreno has just 1 hit and 7 at-bats. Went 0 for 4 earlier today against Western Washington.
Ridings 2-0 on the way. Upstairs, ball 3. .68 degrees at game time. Our 3rd game of the day, 5th in this GNAC softball championship. And there is a strike over, 3-1.
Yeah, I got some cloud coverage. Felt like it kind of cooled down for a moment there. Almost like I needed a jacket, but it's kind of resumed to a more obtainable temperature here. And I'm just complaining at least.
Mr. Everything running camera, directing, producing, John, he's feeling you. He's got the jacket on. That thought it might drop. The center fielder wasn't coming in for it, but racing in from left field for St. Martin's to make the catch. Ashley Goodale out there with the basket catch, 2 down.
Yeah, showed great range. Thought it was going to be a bloop single potentially right into no man's land, but Goodale covered the ground and picked up the 2nd out of the inning.
From the left side, Sydney Booth, the pitcher for NNU, hitting.
Did that get a piece of her?
Apparently in the lower leg.
Tia Ridings, someone that pitched against Western Washington that didn't get more than a single inning on day 1 of the GNAC tournament here because she was lit up based off some hits, not some walks or some hit by pitches, but gives up the first base runner of the game, nailing the other pitcher.
Abigail Gagnon, now the 3rd baseman for NNU, fouls the first pitch away.
Gagnon worked a walk in the earlier game, was 0 for 2 though against Western Washington to open the day. Had 2 hits against Central on Thursday.
Bit of a surprise, NNU's only scored 3 runs in 2 games. They scored 1 run in the victory yesterday over Central Washington, scored 2 runs in the 4-2 loss in game 1 this morning, losing to Western Washington.
And this is a Saints team coming off a hot win over Central Washington.
Ridings gets the strikeout. Gagnon and the Nighthawks are done in the 1st. We'll head to the bottom of the 1st. Saints up next on GNAC.TV. To the bottom of the first we go. No score. First ups for St. Martin's. Ashley Goodell gets her shot, the left fielder, hitting .371 coming into this one. Sean Wally with Zen Hill. Thanks for joining us. This is our third and final game of the day. Game 5 here in this GNAC Softball Championship.
Working as the leadoff batter, Ashley Goodale picked up a hit and a walk against Central Washington. Also came around to score once.
Booth, the 0-1. Bunt down. Booth charges, picks it up, fires to first, not in time. Goodale using her wheels.
Third on the team in steals, shows off the speed, right-handed batter bursting out of the batter's box. Third baseman was not close enough. Abigail Gagnon didn't have the play, so instead Sydney Booth had to do it herself and could not make it in time. Good job by Goodell to start things off.
Heather Ebner now. She had a good game against Central Washington earlier today. Takes a look at ball one.
Yeah, for Ebner, 3 for 4 against Central, 2 RBI and a run. The GNAC Freshman of the Year.
One hopper to first base, the out there. Oh. The throw down to second is not in time. They get the force at first. Good play by Bumate at first to grab the grounder, tag the bag. Throw down to second, but it was a tick late on getting the double play.
It was hit hot enough for a double play to potentially happen, but an unconventional one it would have been. It was bang, bang at second base. Goodale's speed just keeps her safe and in scoring position.
Patrick, a grounder to short. Picked up a strong throw to first in time. Nice job by the shortstop, Moreno. 2 down. Runner advanced to third is Goodell.
Yeah, now just 60 feet away from taking the lead is St. Martin's, a team that is probably hunting for this upset, of course, to keep their season alive. Coming off a hot win, they're probably feeling good in the batter's box despite who's pitching against them, even though it's Sydney Booth, who has been unstoppable for Northwest Nazarene this season.
Shelby Lawson, the right fielder, takes ball one. Saints trying to strike first and put the heat on the top seed, Northwest Nazarene. Loser goes home. Swinging strike there, count even at 1-1. Two down, bottom one, no score yet. Saints threatening. That ball fouled away. Into the crowd. Fan just decided to stand up and take one instead of get out of the way or catch it. Tried to hip check the ball.
There might be a reason that they're a fan and not on the field.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom 1. Another foul, almost the same spot.
Everyone clear this time. Sydney Booth entering today has pitched a ridiculous amount of innings, 163.2 innings to this point. That leads the conference.
The 1-2 to Lawson. Outside. Count even at 2-2. Ashley Goodell out there at third base, trying to get the first run across in this win or go home game.
Lawson's 22 RBI is third on the team.
Lawson, a hot grounder to short. Nice job getting that one by Moreno. She throws across to get the out. No score here after 1. We head to the top of the second here on GNAC.TV. Top of the second we go. No score after 1. NNU and St. Martin's. Ridings. Bumate gets into one. Booms one deep to left field. One swing of the bat. We have our second home run of the softball championships, and Bumate boomed one.
Wow. See you later. That is home run number 8 on the year for Emma Bumate. Leads the team. And there was no doubt about that one off the bat.
One swing. No doubt about that ball leaving the yard. Viking field couldn't hold that one.
There's a reason that she was a second-team All-GNAC selection for the first time in her career this season. Led the Nighthawks in home runs, RBI, and shows off right there, gets her team an early lead.
Ridings brought the fastball, and Bumate sent it the other way. Kiana Bell now the left fielder for Northwest Nazarene. They strike first, lead it 1-0. The 1-0. 2 balls now.
6th home run given up by Tia Ridings in the circle.
Ridings ready with the 2-0. 1 strike. Late call there by home plate umpire Jay Gomeza. 2-1.
This is not an easy batter to follow after you've just given up the home run. Kiana Bell is second on the team with her 6 home runs herself.
Ball 3. 3-1 the count. Wonder if Ridings is a little rattled after that fastball got way too much of the plate and cleared the left field wall. Ridings 3-1. After the 1-pitch home run to lead off the inning, Ridings. 5 pitches, walks. Bell brings up the designated player, Emily Hernandez.
First hit and first walk allowed by Tia Ridings in this inning. Makes sense after the home run. might have missed your spot on a pitch, and now you're delivering outside of the zone, maybe scared to put it in the zone. It can be hard mentally for a pitcher after giving up that home run.
Riding's ready with the 1-0 to Hernandez. 2-0.
Emily Hernandez returned to the Northwest Nazarene team this season after redshirting in 2023 due to an injury. She saw limited time but has hit well, 281 in 32 at-bats.
Riding's 2-0. Hernandez gets a piece. It's 2-1.
Hernandez is a senior on the team, career .275 hitter for the Nighthawks. One thing she has struggled with, in 30% of her career at-bats, they have resulted in strikeouts.
Ridings delivers the 2-1. That's some movement on that one. Hernandez unable to connect. 2-2.
Riding's one strikeout that ended the first inning. Still no outs in the second.
The 2-2. Down low. Runner goes easily into second with no throw. Bell, I should say. Out at second base. Full count to Hernandez.
That will go down as a wild pitch on the score sheet for Tia Ridings.
3-2. It's coming right at me. Screen saved me there.
This is a nice job at the plate by the veteran Hernandez, being able to work the pitch count up a little bit more against Ridings, who has had a shaky start to the second, trying to find her pitch with a runner in scoring position.
Ridings 3-2. Fought off by Hernandez, staying alive.
And then you entered the postseason with a team batting average of .275 as well as 69 stolen bases. They have shown off both those talents in the tournament, being the most aggressive base running team so far, as well as hitting it decently well despite not having runs to show for it.
Ridings, another walk, back-to-back walks, 2 on for NNU here in the top of the second. 1 run in on the booming home run by Bumate, clearing the left field wall with ease.
And we mentioned at the head of the broadcast, or at least you mentioned, Amanda Peterson could be someone that we see early, and the Saints will go to her. So Tia Ridings struggles, and now Amanda Peterson with a chance to clean things up.
In an elimination game, you have to bring out every weapon you have. Already down 1, nobody out in the inning. And Amanda Peterson will take over. While she has her warm-up pitches, we'll step aside, come right back on GNAC.tv. Still top of the second, 1 run in for NNU. Peterson now in the circle for St. Martin's. Nobody out, 2 on. And 1 strike to Jamie Obringer, the right fielder for the Nighthawks.
21st appearance for Amanda Peterson. He's pitched 54 and 2/3 innings so far this season, a 3.59 ERA.
For the Nighthawks, Bell is at second, Hernandez at first. Bumate saw the first pitch to lead off the inning and sent it over the left field wall for the first run of the game. That one fouled away. Nice catch by a fan. Gets a nice applause from everybody in attendance.
Looking at it.
Not quite as cool as off the roof, off the umbrella, into my hands.
Yeah, you know,
But
toot the horn.
That was a nice catch, nonetheless. The 1-2. Staying alive is Obringer.
For Amanda Peterson, 26 strikeouts on the year, but 23 walks to compare to it. Has a 5-2 record, no saves out of the bullpen. She has made 4 starts, coming in relief in this appearance, though.
The 1-2. Grounder to third, picked up there nicely. The strong throw over to first in time for out number 1. Ebner snatching that one, and the good throw across the diamond.
Runners do advance, though, with just 1 out. Runner on second and third. Sacrifice scores at least 1 for NNU. So Obringer, despite rolling it over, has a productive out.
Bell at third, Hernandez now at second. Center fielder Ava Clark now with 1 down. Takes a look at ball 1.
Clark on offense had a nice game against Western Washington. Went 2 for 3, but had a costly error in the 4th inning that allowed the Vikings to have a blow-up 3-run 4th inning. Clark did provide some production, though, at the plate.
Just got a piece of that, 1-1.
Yeah, didn't necessarily commit to the swing, but enough to foul it off.
Peterson ready with the 1-1. Swinging strike 2. 1-2 the count to Clark.
Big time high cheese there. Coming up and in on Ava Clark. Amanda Peterson delivering.
The 1-2. Fair ball down the third base line into left field, all the way in the corner. That'll plate 2 for NNU. They quickly lead it 3-0 here in the second.
Ava Clark, her hot hitting continues. Now a 2 RBI double for her. Bell and Hernandez scoring. It's an early 3-0 lead for this NNU team that is looking good at the plate against Amanda Peterson in her first postseason appearance. Letting a run get through.
Bridget Johnson warming for St. Martin's. You have to wonder if Chloe Leverington has anything left.
All right.
With your season on the line.
Exactly.
She pitched so well against Central Washington.
She's pitched so well all season. She's really been that rock.
Ball got loose from the bullpen into right field.
It's maybe a little wild for Bridget Johnson to come in just yet, throwing one of those pitches out into the field of play. We did see Johnson against Western Washington. Johnson went 5 innings against the Vikings in the loss. She did not pick up the loss. That was credited to writings. She looks like the next up option for SMU.
Emma Mulligan, the second baseman for NNU. 2 balls to her.
Looking at Leverington through 7 innings, 78 pitches isn't the highest pitch count for someone that could maybe eat up 1 or 2 for you.
A deep drive to center field. In front of the wall, the catch is made out there by Mia Zachary. 2 down for NNU. That ball deep enough to advance the runner to third base.
Yeah, almost thought that we had a 2-run homer there from Emma Mulligan. Would have been her 6th of the year. But instead, just a fly out. not sure what the stoppage is here.
Umpires all talking to each other.
I mean, we got to give a shout out to this umpiring crew. Game 3 for them. Jay Gomeza, Alan Moore, Tom Heaton have all put in a long day of work. Plenty more innings to go as well.
A lot of people on the fields, behind the scenes, putting in a long day of work. Potentially out number 3, and it is. Fly ball caught in right field by Shelby Lawson. 3 big runs for NNU in the top of the second. St. Martin's bottom of the second up next on GNAC.TV. To the bottom of the second we go here at Viking Field on the campus of Western Washington University. Sean Wally with Zen Hill, 3-0 NNU. They scored 3 in the top of the second. St. Martin's has to chip away, and Olivia Matlock will get the first opportunity here at the bottom of the second. Takes a look at ball 1.
Matlock had a bit of a slower year at the plate, but also saw 11 less starts. She started 29 games in the regular season compared to 40 the previous. She was a 2023 second-team All-GNAC selection, did not make any of the ballots this season after a 204 hitting season in the regular. She did hit 2 home runs, though. Looks like Matlock is a bit shaken up with her right arm. Wasn't hit by the pitch, but
no,
maybe something on the swing.
Shaking that right hand, right wrist area. Well, we know she can move it. She's doing that well down there.
Olivia Matlock, a sophomore for the Saints team out of Menlo, Washington. Looking to stay in this game. She is the designated player, so easily replaceable for a sub if she is a bit too injured to continue.
Count is 1-1, and she looks like she's going to give it a go.
Go-to bench option for the Saints would likely be Jules de Trinidad. Saw her pinch hit in the game right before this one.
Count is 1-1. Matlock staying in there. Looks at ball 2.
St. Martin's came close to their second tournament title in 2022, but they fell to Northwest Nazarene twice on Championship Saturday.
It's right there at the knees. Count even at 2-2.
The Saints find themselves in another GNAC tournament, trying to claim a second banner. Their only banner hangs from 2013.
The 2-2 from Booth. Looks good, and it is rung up by home plate umpire Jay Gomeza for out number 1.
Yeah, I think Matlock is a little bit more shaken up than she'd like to say. Definitely looked a little bit more hesitant at the plate. Got a pitch to hit, didn't let loose, and goes down looking.
Still shaking that hand as she walked back in the dugout. Vanessa Smoke at the plate now. That pitch outside, ball 1.
Smoke currently in a bounce-back year. Hit 189 last season, and in the regular season hit 243 for the Saints.
The 1-0 fouled away out of play.
In 2022, Vanessa Smoke was a second-team All-GNAC selection. It was her best career season. She hit a .291 average, 41 hits, 4 of them being home runs.
1 down here in the bottom of the second. 3-0 NNU. Booth. Fire strike 2. It's 1-2. The 1-2 on the way is high. Count even, 2-2. The 2-2 from Booth. Ripped into left field, but foul.
Smoke had a good early game, went 2 for 4 against Central Washington, trying to stay hot in her first at-bat against NNU.
Smoke ready. The 2-2 from Booth. Fouled away. You could hear Smoke grunting at that swing, that effort.
Hey, you know, you give it a little grunt, you hit it harder. Isn't that the philosophy behind it? You grunt, you throw it a little bit harder.
Works in tennis. The 2-2. The high strike swung through. Unable to connect on that one. 2 down for the Saints here in the second.
The strikeout on Matlock was a hittable pitch that wasn't swung at. Vanessa Smoke way high above the zone, chased it, and goes down swinging. Back-to-back Ks for Sydney Booth in the circle.
Schultz now, the Saints catcher, looks at ball 1.
Kick-Eye Schultz really broke out last season. She hit .305 and was a second-team All-GNAC selection. This year has cooled down to a .235 entering the tournament.
The 1-0 skied out of play down the left field line.
Yeah, skied is correct with that. That ball flew up into the air. The junior catcher hit 3 home runs this season.
Booth, the 1-1. Apparently that was ball 2. It was close. 2-1 the count. 2 down, bottom 2. Game 3 of the day, game 5 of this championship tournament. The 2-1. Outside. Outfielders straight away. 3-1 the count to Schultz. Booth's 3-1. Foul back.
Sydney Booth potentially trying to strike out the side. 3-time GNAC Pitcher of the Year.
It's always a good thing to strive for, striking out the side.
Don't see it too often.
Booth has an opportunity here. The 3-2. Right there. Unable to pull the trigger is Schultz, and that will end the second inning. We head to the top of the third. NNU 3-0 over St. Martin's on GNAC.TV.
Leading off the third inning for the Nighthawks, the pitcher, number 24, Sydney Booth.
Back here in Bellingham, Washington, Sean Wally with Zen Hill. Sydney Booth, the pitcher for NNU. Leading off the top of the third, Nighthawks in control, 3-0. Scored 3 in the second.
Yeah, so you strike out the side and then instantly have to put on the batting gloves and try and get your team rolling in the third inning.
Peterson's 1-0. Saints wanted that call, didn't get it.
Booth led the team in walks in the regular season with 20.
Peterson's 2-0. Booth watches strike one.
Booth has made a very successful career in the GNAC as a two-way player. Average of 293 is up from last year.
2-1 upstairs. 3-1.
I always wonder when I see a pitcher come to the plate if they have a better eye than the average batter.
Peterson delivers the 3-1. Booth sends it into center field. Waiting for it there and making the catch. Mia Zachary for out number one.
Routine play out in center field. Zachary didn't have to move much on the fly out from Booth. Zachary has had a couple of putouts already early on in center field.
Abby Gagnon now.
Gagnon continues her career streak of making an all-GNAC team, this time being on the second team. Follows up a 2023 season where she was selected to the second team as well. Was an honorable mention in 21.
The 0-1. Inside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down. Top of the third, 3-0 NNU in this loser out game. Game 3 of the day. 5 of the championship tournament. The winner moves on to play Western Washington tomorrow at noon, right back here.
Yeah, and the loser, they pay for one less hotel night. They'll have to head out of Bellingham as their season will be finished. We just saw Central Washington's season end earlier today. Another team's season will end in this game.
That ball fouled away. Nice catch by a fan. 2 balls, 2 strikes. To the NNU third baseman. Peterson's 2-2. Hit right back to her on a bounce. She'll underhand it over to first base. 2 down here in the third.
A nice quick glove from Amanda Peterson was ready as it came back to her. Probably, if it gets past her, could be ran out as an infield single with the way it was hit up the middle. Peterson stops that, though, and has had a clean third inning so far.
The home run hitter, Bumate, back up there. She didn't get the fastball that time.
No, she was fooled by the off-speed. Wanted the fastball, wanted to make it a 2-home run day potentially. Swing and miss, though, way early.
The 0-1 from Peterson. Fouled away, quickly 0-2. The home run was hit off of Tia Ridings. Notice a difference in how they're handling Bumate.
Yeah, Amanda Peterson, all 3 earned runs went to Tia Ridings.
The 0-2. Hit into shallow left field. Shortstop out there for St. Martin's. Connerly makes the catch, and that's 3 down for NNU in the third. Bottom of the third up next. 3-0 Nighthawks on GNAC.TV.
Martin, the shortstop. Number 5, Destiny Connerly.
To the bottom of the third we go. Saints need runs. They trail 3-0 to the Nighthawks. Sean Wally with Zen Hill in a loser-out game. Connerly bunts at that one. Foul.
Does not get any easier for the winner of today's game. You have to beat Western Washington twice tomorrow to claim a GNAC championship, which has been a hard feat for any team facing off against Western Washington.
Booth a little outside there, 1-1. Connerly's been great defensively. She did have a double in the earlier game.
Yeah, she's a very talented hitter. Just a 220 average this year. Has shown flashes in her career, though. Was an all-GNAC honorable mention at one point.
The 2-1 fouled away. She just missed that one.
She's one of 3 seniors in this lineup for the Saints.
Two balls, 2 strikes to the Saints shortstop. Booth ready. Good eye by Connerly to lay off of that one. Full count now.
Connerly last year was only a GNAC honorable mention, and I say only because she hit 323, had 6 home runs and 30 RBI, but the rosters were just too filled for her to make it any further.
She can't catch up to that fastball, and Booth gets the strikeout. 1 down for the Saints here in the bottom of the third. Coming to you from Bellingham, Washington, on the campus of Western Washington University here at Viking Field.
That is now 4 straight strikeouts for Sydney Booth in the circle. What a start to this game.
Nia Zachary now, the number 9 hitter for St. Martin's, looks at ball 1. Booth, the 1-0. It's coming right back to us, but the net got in the way.
Zachary so far in the tournament has 2 hits and 2 walks, an RBI and a run. Both of her scores and scoring came against Central Washington in the game right before this.
The 1-1. It's going to not get over the head of the left fielder. Look what I found. Bell makes the play over the shoulder. Softball in the glove for out number 2.
Playing very shallow with the 9-hole hitter at the plate, but Zachary put a rip on that swing. Just not enough, though, to get over the savvy glove of Kiana Bell in left field. A great play out there for NNU.
Great over-the-shoulder catch. I thought it was off the bat. It was going to be over her head. Bell probably did, too, until she had ball in glove.
NNU, good defensive play after a rough start to the day as far as defense goes. 3 fielding errors against Western Washington in the early game.
Another one into left field. Back-to-back plays by Bell, and that will end the Saints' bottom of the third. We head to the fourth. Nighthawks 3, Saints nothing on GNAC.TV. Top of the fourth we go. NNU up 3-0. And Bell at the plate. How ironic. Player that made the last 2 putouts in the field, of course, leads off the next inning. That's how it always works, right?
Yeah, it is how it works.
Sean Wally with Zen Hill in this elimination game, and that ball sky deep to left field, but at the wall, making the catch for St. Martin's is Ashley Goodell. Wow. So close to a home run.
That was a hit about as hard as you could hit a softball, I think, and it just skied in the air just for a bit too long. Needed less of a launch angle under it to get out of the yard. It stayed in just barely, scraping up against the wall.
Just got under it a hair too much. Nice catch out there and left by Goodall. 1 down for NNU. Hernandez, the designated player, the 1-0-2er. Weak swing there, 1-1.
Fooled the batter with the off speed. The lefty went chasing. Hernandez worked a walk in the second inning, came around to score for NNU.
We have a change at catcher for St. Martin's. That one popped down the left field line and bounces foul.
Jules de Trinidad subbing behind the plate now to catch for St. Martin's.
1-2 the count. Hernandez awaits the 1-2 from Peterson, and here it comes. Foul the other way.
Peterson doing a nice job. Might have Hernandez at the plate in between her timing on her swings. Peterson, without a strikeout so far, could go to her put-out pitch here in this 1-2 count to try and get her first K of the game.
Top of the fourth here in Bellingham. Sean Wally with Zen Hill. The 1-2. Count even now, 2-2. Peterson, a long look in. Rocks and fires the 2-2. Not even close, way outside and low. Count goes full. Peterson's 3-2 on the way. Does she go? The appeal to third base, she does not. That's ball 4. So Hernandez is at first base with 1 down.
Second walk of the game for the designated player. First walk given up by Amanda Peterson out of the bullpen. First base runner allowed. Oh, no, excuse me. There was a base runner on a hit allowed by Peterson.
Jamie Obringer now for NNU.
Grounded out to third base in her last appearance, and the Nighthawks will go to the bench with a pinch runner. It is Lindsay Kiala.
NNU already up 3, 1 down here in the fourth. That pitch outside, ball 1. Obringer hitting .281 coming into this one. Peterson's 1-0. Obringer goes to right field. 2 down. Catch made out there by Shelby Lawson.
May have gone for an out, but Obringer continues to hit the ball hard. She had the double that scored 2 against Western Washington. She's now 0 for 2 today, though, in this second game that they are playing.
Center fielder Ava Clark now for the Nighthawks with 2 down in the 4th. Ground ball to second base. Easy throw over, and that will retire the Nighthawks here in the 4th. We head to the bottom of the 4th. 3-0 NNU on GNAC.TV.
The third baseman, number 26, Heather Ebner.
Ebner up now, bottom of the 4th for St. Martin's. They need runs. They trail 3-0 to the Nighthawks. Ebner looks at ball 1.
Heather Ebner led the GNAC in on-base percentage this regular season, was 2nd in batting average and 2nd in slugging as well. Drove in 39 RBI with her bat.
Ebner gets a piece, 1-1. Sydney Booth in the circle, an amazing 23-5 on the year.
It has continued so far today. Booth has now retired 9 straight.
Make it 10 as the catch is made in foul territory. And then use third baseman Abigail Gagnon.
And even just to put it in perspective, Sydney Booth, 41 pitches so far, allowed 1 hit and 4 strikeouts. St. Martin's as a pitching staff between Ridings and Peterson have pitched 68 total pitches.
Patrick fouls that away, 0-1. Brittany Patrick, a good average, 319, 46 hits, 8 doubles, 2 home runs.
Her OPS, or on-base plus slugging, was 2nd on the team at 864.
Shortstop calling for that one, making the catch for out number 2. That's Moreno.
Nothing but quick work from Sydney Booth in the start thus far, and it continues in this 4th inning. Saints can just not find anything against the lefty.
Shelby Lawson, her chance now. 2 down, bottom 4. Goes to bunt, gets it up the line, and she will be safe at first.
That's just speedy base running right there from Lawson. Right fielder today runs out. That bunt right there. There was a potential play at second. Good job to cover by Emma Mulligan, but the throw was just a bit late. And that's the first base runner for St. Martin since the leadoff batter in the game.
Olivia Matlock looks at ball 1.
Matlock notably remaining in the game despite being shaken up in her last at-bat where she went down looking on strikes.
The 1-0 to Matlock, over for strike 1.
Something interesting about Matlock, this season only walked 4 times after walking 16 in her freshman year.
Boyd's 1-1. That ball will get out of play. into the St. Martin's dugout.
The St. Martin's home dugout on the first base side, not something we're used to seeing here at Viking Field. Maybe, I guess, if you watch the Mariners, you're used to seeing it.
You read my mind. I was going to say T-Mobile Park. First base is the home dugout.
Good chunk of MLB teams that have the home base dugout on the first side.
Foul to the screen, so it remains 1-2. 2 down. Bottom 4. Win or go home. NNU has the early 3-0 advantage, scored 3 in the second. Booth, the 1-2. Grounder up the middle, that's going to get through into center field. 2 on for St. Martin's with 2 down in the 4th.
Some 2-out life here from the Saints. Back-to-back hits have gone against Peterson, and now with 2 outs, you have Vanessa Smoke, who is having a good postseason at the plate.
Saints need runs by any means necessary. Down 3. Booth fires home. Foul territory. Catch is made to retire the side. Bumate had that one all the way. We'll head to the 5th. 3-0 Nighthawks on GNAC.TV.
The second baseman, number 14, Emma Mulligan.
To the top of the 5th we go. Here in Bellingham, Washington. Viking Field on the campus of Western Washington University. Sean Wally with Zen Hill. Win or go home. NNU up 3-0 over St. Martin's. Second baseman Emma Mulligan, top of the order for the Nighthawks, looks at strike 1.
Mulligan has had some really good swings so far in this game. Flew out to right in her first appearance and had a great crack into center in the second, but yet to reach in this game.
Count even, 1-1. Peterson's 1-1. 2 balls now. Peterson took over for Tia Ridings, who started the game for the Saints. Didn't go well in the second inning when NNU scored 3.
And this is a Saints pitching staff with a 4.14 ERA on the season.
Pitch close, but a ball is the call, 3-1.
Entering the tournament, Northwest Nazarene 275 average as batters.
Peterson ready with the 3-1. Ripped into left field. Not even a chance for the infielders. That one was smoked off the dirt. Emma Mulligan, a single. She's at first base.
Surprisingly, only the 3rd hit for Northwest Nazarene, despite holding a 3-0 lead. Of course, with the home run, gaining 1 run on the scoreboard, and then it was Ava Clark's double that brought in 2 batters that reached on walks. That's where we found ourselves with NNU just with 3 hits.
That ball is fair. No, it is foul. Looked fair. Third base coach was acting like it was fair.
Yeah, Northwest Nazarene definitely thought they were going to be running, but instead everyone called back.
That's the home plate umpire's call because the other two umpires are currently at first and second. Peterson's 0-1. Throw down to second, the steal attempt, and it is a good steal. Safe at second is Mulligan.
Stolen base number 19 in 22 attempts for Emma Mulligan. Holds the team lead for stolen bags. It's the top stealing team in the GNAC and doing as expected.
Nobody out, the 0-2. Peterson gets the strikeout. Pulls the string, one down.
It's a big pickup there on the strikeout with a runner in scoring position. But now Sydney Booth will be a challenge for Amanda Peterson to face off against.
Peterson's first pitch to Booth is a strike. Mulligan a large lead out at second. No throw. The 0-1 to Booth. Mulligan wanting the catcher to throw down.
Sydney Booth, surprisingly, is without a hit in the postseason so far for Northwest Nazarene. She is 0 for 6.
The 1-1. Booth fouls it away. 1-2, one down, top 5 here in Bellingham, Washington.
Booth, though, has been putting the ball in play. Struck out just one time so far over 2 games and has reached actually 4 times thanks to fielder's choices.
Peterson's 1-2 upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Sydney Booth was already hit by a pitch in this game. That one rode up near the chin.
Mulligan on second after a single and a steal. And then you already up 3-0, the 2-2. Booth, an excuse me swing. Grounder to short. Nice play there by Connerly. 2 down for the Nighthawks. Advancing to third on the ground ball is Mulligan.
Productive out from Sydney Booth, but 2 outs down. St. Martin's trying to get out of a clean inning. Have had just 1 mess up in the second, which is where the 3-0 scoreline sits. St. Martin's in need of just 1 more out to clear a leadoff base runner, and Mulligan, who stands 60 feet away from making it 4-0. Some discussion on the field between the umpires. There's been a lot of that today. Of course, you want to make sure that you get the call right here in a postseason tournament. Better safe to go ahead and discuss with the crew on potentially what one of the other umpires may have seen. Not sure what the look is here.
Well, there's really only 2 things it could be. Was Booth out of the box when she hit the ball, or runner interference? And runner interference is going to be the call. And Mulligan being sent to the dugout.
Now, is that not 3 outs then?
That would end the inning. So that's staying at 2 outs because Booth is being awarded first base. But Mulligan apparently is out.
So even though they made the play with the interference, they don't get credited for the out of making the play despite the interference. Seems a bit odd. Nothing like some good old softball rules. We love it.
This is where we need Mike Neubauer on replay. Because it looked like a normal ground ball with, yes, a runner passing, but ball got cleanly to Connerly at short.
Goes down as Booth reaching on a fielder's choice to shortstop. Mulligan is out at second thanks to the shortstop unassisted thanks to interference. That's the official score on it.
Abigail Gagnon now with a chance. Instead of Mulligan at third, Booth is at first.
Does play to the benefit of the Saints. Now no runner in scoring position. Runners at first instead of at third, so does benefit them getting the interference call.
Big swing and a miss there, 0-2. Peterson amped up.
Gagnon has already struck out today. She struck out when she faced off against Ridings in the first inning.
Peterson's 0-2 with 2 down. Upstairs, ball 1.
Peterson 1 strikeout through 3 2/3. Has allowed 2 hits, a walk, 51 total pitches. 32 have been thrown for strikes.
Gagnon fouls that back. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top 5, 3-0 NNU here in Bellingham, on the campus of Western Washington University. Sean Wally, Zen Hill, Peterson ready. Hit right back to her. She can't grab it, but the force at second is good. Nice job by Vanessa Smoke. The flip to Connerly, and that's it for NNU in the 5th. Bottom of the 5th up next. 3-0 Nighthawks on GNAC.TV.
St. Martin's the catcher, number 17, Jules to Trinidad.
Bottom of the 5th for St. Martin's here in Bellingham. Sean Wally with Zen Hill here on GNAC TV. Thanks for joining us for this game 3 of 3 today here in the GNAC Softball Championships. 3-0 Nighthawks. Big swing and a miss.
Jules de Trinidad.
The new catcher for St. Martin's.
Yeah, she's making her first at-bat appearance after subbing in on defense, a 150 hitter during the regular season.
She's definitely going up there hacking, which St. Martin's needs to do. Can't afford to look at good pitches because they trail by 3 in this win-or-go-home game.
The Trinidad, in her freshman season as a backup catcher, has made 14 starts. Comes in substitution in this one.
1-2 after that outside pitch.
She's picked up just 6 hits and 40 at-bats in the regular season.
The 1-2 from Booth. High, count even, 2-2. Booth, the 2-2. Right there, and Jules cannot connect. She goes down swinging. 1 out in the bottom of the 5th for St. Martin's.
Booth, despite missing the zone on some of her pitches, continues to dominate with a strikeout. That is number 5 for her. Sydney Booth showed some cracks in the 4th after sitting down 11 straight, gave up 2 base hits. Came out of the inning clean, though, and is back to a clean frame to start things off.
Shortstop Connerly now for St. Martin's looks at ball 1. Booth, the 1-0. Outside. 1 out, bottom of the 5th, 3-0 Nighthawks over the Saints.
Eight outs to go for the Saints to do something.
Connerly a bunt right back to Booth. Covering is the second baseman at first for the second out.
It'll go down as a 1-4 ground out.
Not a bad idea, but you can't bunt it hard right back at the pitcher.
No, you cannot.
I mean, you can. It's just not going to work out most times.
You know, you just might end up back in the dugout instead of standing on a bag.
Ground ball to second base. The flip to first, and the bottom of the 5th is over for St. Martin's. 6th inning up next. 3-0 Nighthawks on GNAC.TV. Top of the 6th here in Bellingham, the GNAC Softball Championships. Sean Wally with Zen Hill. 3-0 NNU. Leading off the 6th inning for the Nighthawks, Emma Bumate.
Everything at this point for NNU is supplementary for Sydney Booth, who can hold on to a 3-0 lead probably herself, but some extra runs wouldn't hurt to keep St. Martin's at bay if they to start rolling maybe in the last 6 outs that they have in the next 2 innings.
Bumate hit a first pitch she saw in the 2nd inning deep over the left field wall for a home run. She looked at ball 1. We have a defensive change at 3rd for St. Martin's.
Yeah, it is Salamanca in there for Matlock.
That pitch not even close. 2-0.
Number 9, Destiny Salamanca is a junior checking in out of Norwalk, California.
Peterson rocks and fires the 2-0. That one's down. 3-0 now.
Ebner, who was at 3rd before the substitution, still remains in the game, but has been now moved to the designated player position that Olivia Matlock held.
Peterson's 3-0 is ball 4. Bumate trots to first base. There is action in the St. Martin's bullpen. Once again, that is Bridget Johnson warming up. Swinging strike to Bell. 0-1, nobody down. We're going to get a pinch runner for Bumate. Emily Romero will take her place at first base.
Romero continuing to appear in pinch running opportunities in this tournament as she has all season.
Oh, 1-1 the count to Bell with Romero on first, pinch running. Quickly 0-2 to Bell. Nobody out, top of the sixth for the Nighthawks. They lead 3-0. Peterson's 0-2. A weak swing, popped up foul ground. Catch is made by the Saints' first baseman, Brittany Patrick, for the first out of the inning. Hernandez in the box now with one down in the sixth. Peterson fires home. That was coming right at us. Screen again. Got in the way. But that's the screen's job.
Yeah, I'm really glad that these things were implemented because a lot more scary plays if we didn't benefit from the screens.
The 0-1. Hit foul to the Saints dugout. 0-2.
Hernandez, someone that has already had 2 great at-bats, working walks in each of them. First appearance of the day for her.
Peterson's 0-2 to Hernandez. Upstairs for ball 1. One down here in top of the sixth. 3-0 Nighthawks. If they win, they get a rematch with Western Washington tomorrow at high noon, right back here on GNAC TV. The 1-2. Does it catch the outside corner? It does. Hernandez, the backwards K. Nice job by Peterson.
Hernandez struck out twice yesterday against Central Washington. First strikeout for her in her start at the designated player position today.
Obringer at the dish now. Pitch right there. Not sure what she wants. That was right down Main Street, 0-1.
First pitch taking Amanda Peterson. 2 strikeouts in the circle now in her relief appearance.
Peterson's 0-1. Attacking that time is the right fielder, Obringer, 0-2.
Obringer is 0 for 2 on the game so far, lined out to right field in her last plate appearance.
The 0-2 with 2 outs. That's going to be a base hit into right field. Obringer goes the other way. 2 on now for NNU here in the sixth.
Just another base hit for Obringer in the postseason. Had 2 hits against Central Washington on Thursday. Picked up 1 hit against Western. And now her first base hit of the game against St. Martin's.
Ava Clark, the center fielder for the Nighthawks now with 2 down and 2 on. Right down central, 0-1. Peterson rocks the 0-1. Lofted into left center field. That's going to get down. 1 run is in for NNU. Ball gets away and nearly goes in the NNU dugout. 4-0 now. An RBI single advancing to second on the throw. Clark coming up big, getting insurance for the Nighthawks.
Now, official scoring actually gave her a double on that one.
Really?
Generous with it. It'll be her second double of the game, and it is also her second multi-hit game of the postseason.
Top of the order for Mulligan. It was Adams with the double, standing at second. The 0-1. High and outside. Mulligan hitting .327 coming into this contest. Peterson's 1-1. That's low. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 down, top 6, 1 run in, 4-0 Nighthawks.
2 hits and a walk in the inning so far. Mulligan had a hit in the 5th inning, which was her first of the game.
Peterson's 2-1. Ripped into left field. More runs for NNU. Obringer scores right behind her. Clark. It is 6-0 Nighthawks, and they can smell playing on championship Saturday.
Yes, they can. They want a rematch with Western Washington after losing in the 10 a.m. game. Saints will talk things over with Amanda Peterson, who has gone for the most part before this inning, a strong relief appearance, 4.2 innings pitched before the earned runs given up. Had 76 pitches, 2 strikeouts, only allowing 2 walks, but has now allowed 3 hits in the inning, and Saints will not pull her out of the game, it seems like, though. Mulligan's hit goes down as a double, picking up 2 RBI.
A little surprised they're not going to Johnson to finish the game, but maybe they were thinking if it was a closer contest, now that the game might be out of reach. Nighthawks have scored 3 twice to get to 6-0. 2 down, runner on second. That pitch is high and outside. Clarissa Moreno, the shortstop, in the batter's box.
She's without a hit today, 0 for 3 on 2 flyouts and a strikeout.
The 1-0 to Moreno. And that's belted to left field. That's going to get out of here. A 2-run home run for Clarissa Moreno. And the Nighthawks party can begin. 8-0 NNU.
Wow, what an inning from Northwest Nazarene in a game that was 3-0 thanks to just 1 inning of scoring. It is just blown up in the Saints' face, capped off right there by a 2-shot home run by Clarissa Moreno, her 5th of the year, and just an explosion here. NNU looking to secure their spot for Saturday's contest against Western Washington.
Well, this is probably much more the NNU version that you have seen all season.
It is.
To get to this 38-9 record, they just hadn't hit the ball this championship tournament.
No, they have not. Just 3 total runs for them in the games against Western Washington and Central Washington combined. Had 6 hits against Central, 6 as well against Western. It was a slow game, especially against Central Washington, and then Western Washington was able to outperform them on offense. You wonder if this could potentially carry over to tomorrow. They're going to need it to face off against Vikings pitching that has been very good at limiting runs, limiting hits. And the Nighthawks have a lot of momentum following this game on offense.
Bridget Johnson now in the circle for St. Martin's. She's being called on to get the final 4 outs for NNU. 2 down here in the 6th. A 5 spot for the Nighthawks.
Yeah, the freshman Johnson getting a chance here for some extra postseason work for the Saints. We saw her make an appearance against Western Washington where she went 5 good innings, only allowing an earned run off 2 walks and 3 hits.
Sydney Booth looks at strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Johnson entering the tournament had 25 appearances, 16 of them being starts through 1 complete game and a 4-2 record, but had the worst ERA on the staff with a 4.86 in just over 63 innings.
Booth swings through that, 1-2. 2 down, top 6, 5 plated for the Nighthawks. It's 8-0 in a loser-out game. The 1-2. Booth right back to the pitcher. She got a glove on it. Second baseman there to throw her out. Nice job out there at second base by Vanessa Smoke. The damage is done. 5 runs scored by NNU. It's 8-0. Bottom of the 6th up next here on GNAC.TV.
Is left fielder number 23, Ashley Goodale.
Bottom of the 6th we go here in Bellingham. Sean Wally with Zen Hill. 8-0 Nighthawks. Ashley Goodell to lead things off for the Saints, down 8. She sends one right to the net. Hard bounce off a post, 0-1.
Question now for Northwest Nazarene. Do you take Sydney Booth out here, or do you let her finish the complete game? Just 58 pitches, so has been very efficient in her work, but maybe trying to save a little bit of her arm towards tomorrow. Likely we'll see her in one of 2 games.
I would, but obviously Rich Wagner has other ideas.
At the end of the day, we're not coaches, just broadcasters.
0-2. That ball is foul. And we'll do 0-2 again. Booth, the 0-2 upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
NNU, if they are to go to a bullpen, Mia Trailer, Charlotte Fornes, Gina Skinner are the options.
The 1-2. Into left field. Easy play out there. Made by Bell. 1 down for St. Martin's in the bottom of the 6th. It's 8-0 Nighthawks.
Now 5 straight sat down by Sydney Booth over the course of 3 innings. 5 strikeouts to her name, 3 hits allowed, no walks, 63 pitches.
One strike to Moreno. I'm sorry, that's Ebner. Moreno's in the field right now.
different 2-spot hitter for a different team.
Second out made in foul ground by Bumate. Zen, here's the very important question of the day. NNU, the Nighthawks.
Yep.
Is there a Dayhawk?
I don't even know what a Nighthawk is.
Exactly. Brittany Patrick from the right side. 1 ball to her. Cameraman John is Googling, is there a Dayhawk? Got a crack research staff here at GNAC.TV
All right, ready with the information.
/ Viking TV during the regular season. 3 balls to Patrick. The 3-0. Strike 1 to Patrick. You asked what a Nighthawk was.
Yeah, let's hear it.
It is real. The Nighthawk is a nocturnal bird of the subfamily Cordyline.
Ooh, good word.
If I said that right.
So it's not just an adjective thrown in front of an animal.
Apparently not. 2 strikes now. Count is full to Patrick. Way to battle back by Booth after falling behind 3-0. What a crack research staff we have here.
Oh, yeah, man. Ready for anything that comes up.
The 3-2. Fouled away.
Booth has not walked a batter. Could potentially here with Patrick. Patrick yet to reach.
That didn't answer the Dayhawk question.
Yeah, that either.
But it did teach you what a Nighthawk is.
What a Nighthawk is.
The 3-2 again. Fouled to the net one more time.
Patrick 0 for 2 today. Sidney Booth has done a good job in the circle, holding the Saints to some weak contact.
That one skied, foul ground again. Bumate there, gloves it, and that will retire the Saints in the 6th inning. 3 outs left for St. Martin's. That'll be in the bottom of the 7th.
It's final.
It is.
8-run mercy rule, I guess. We were unsure.
8-0. This one is over after 6 innings. Mercy rule indeed. St. Martin's, their season ends. The Nighthawks punch their ticket to championship Saturday. They will face Western Washington at noon.
NNU looking for revenge will have to sweep Western Washington tomorrow. 2 straight wins will get them a championship. In this game, Northwest Nazarene dominated thanks to Sidney Booth's pitching. 6 innings, goes the complete way, gives up 3 hits, strikes out 5, walks none, and picks up the victory for her team as well. Emma Mulligan with a double on the day. Ava Clark with 2 doubles, helping to score some of the 8 runs that were put up by the Nighthawks. Also, a home run from Emma Bumate in this one, as well as from Clarissa Moreno with a 2-run shot in the 6th. And it was just all Nighthawks in this end cap of our Friday GNAC tournament games.
Offense, a premium. You need to score runs to win games. Nighthawks finally found that offense.
All up to tomorrow now. Western Washington, Northwest Nazarene go head-to-head for a chance at a GNAC title. NNU took the loss, and they're yet to beat Western Washington 2 times in a row this season, although they do have 2 wins against Western. We will see what these 2 teams can do to battle. This is the matchup we wanted. NNU, Western Washington. We got to see it today. We talked about how it's probably a preview for what's to come. And sure enough, NNU makes its way back into the championship game once again. And we'll have to take on the hometown team.
The top 2 teams will face off on championship Saturday. Game 1 at noon. We'll see if a game 2 is necessary. 8-0 Nighthawks advance. And we found out the Nighthawk is a real bird.
It is.
For Zen Hill, John Altenhoff, and I'm Sean Wally. This is GNAC.